Our next movie is named The Seventh Sign, and it's another one of those movies where all of the signs of the apocalypse are at hand. The rivers run with blood, the sea boils, the desert freezes, the birds fall from the sky, the earth shakes, and there's one scene in the movie where the television news is so bad that the only bearable program is Wheel of Fortune. Things are really bad in the world. The movie stars Demi Moore as an 8 months pregnant Los Angeles woman who rents the apartment over her garage to a mysterious stranger with haunted eyes. Who is this guy? He seems to be some kind of prophet of the end of the world.
The signs have begun. As each passes, the end draws closer.
Then why are you here?
I'm its deliverer.
That's Jürgen Prochnow as the stranger. Demi Moore begins to fear for the life of her unborn child, who somehow seems to be the key to the strange events taking place all over Earth. And she finds a bright young biblical scholar who tells her the day of reckoning is near.
Earthquakes, plagues, things like water turning to blood, all kinds of weird natural disasters. These things will happen to tell us that God's wrath is about to destroy the world.
And that's what this paper's about.
Yeah, the signs of the end.
She finds an ancient manuscript headed with the numbers 229. Does that refer to a passage in the Bible or to leap year day when her child is scheduled to be born? She has a frightened conversation with her husband about the stranger.
The first infant born without a soul, born dead, such as a soulless child must be. No, it's not. He's some kind of religious fanatic. Russell, he thinks if he can kill the baby, he'll end the world.
Of course, I was sitting there looking at that 229, which is in the same hand as the rest of the Hebraic script, and saying it's probably only referring to leap year day if they had February the 29th 3,000 years ago. Not likely. I don't think they named February until after the Romans came along. It was named after the famous Emperor Februarius.
Right. I think you should have a sore throat. What was 29th named after?
29th was named after his assistant, 29thius, the head of the army. There were a few things I liked about this movie, and Demi Moore's performance was one of them. She has a certain gravity here, a certain strength and seriousness the material desperately needs. But The Seventh Sign is essentially a very silly movie and a very confused movie, too. It contains a lot of ambitious special effects, including a snowstorm in the desert, but the script is sort of sloppy and introduces too many mysterious and unexplained characters who float around looking serious and significant and mysterious and unexplained, until when the explanation comes at the end, it's all too simple, considering, after all, that the fate of the Earth was imbalanced. Also, now without giving away the ending, which I would never dream of doing, I thought that they should have had, at the end when that baby is there, he should have reached out and just touched his mother, if you see what I mean.
Well, let me tell you something. Okay. By that point, I had checked out of this film a long time ago because I thought it was quite stupid. We'd always talk about these situations. Here you are, you have a pregnant young woman. A man comes in looking like Max von Sydow, right. Death warmed over. He wants to rent the back room. I mean, no way.
And then the reference says he doesn't have a telephone, he doesn't have a television, all he has is a shortwave radio and a lot of her
and then she goes, and then of course she's, you know, pregnant and she goes creeping. I mean, this is, come on, we call it the idiot plot. Yeah. This is an idiot plot, souped up with special effects, mumbo-jumbo, worthless film to me. Demi Moore brings nothing to the film other than her pretty face.
Oh, she brings more than that. She brings a presence. She indicates to me in this movie, as she had before, that of the young actresses of her generation, she's one of the more gifted, really.
Not in this film.
Well,
she's not given anything to do.
This movie does not contain the key to her future. You're right about that. 2 thumbs down for The Seventh Sign, the supernatural thriller with Demi Moore standing between the world and the apocalypse.